Uploading and downloading files in Canva is very easy, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So the very first thing that you want to do in order to upload a file is simply go under the upload section, and what you can do is to click on the upload media, and at this point you're going to see all of your computer essentially, and you can select any image that you want. And as you can see, the image is now being uploaded in Canva. Now at this point, what you can do is simply drag and drop the image on top of the actual file, and as you can see, we now have this image placed in this presentation. By the way, this presentation is one which I found on the templates panel. It's one of the many presentations that you can find for free, and as you may notice, when it comes to the upload, you're going to see all of the previous uploads, even from your past projects, so that you're going to have a version history of each and every one of these files. You can also box select them, and for example, you can move these to a folder, or you can even delete them so that you won't see them again. So I can do it like that, delete your items. It's just going to take a moment, and as you can see, you can easily delete them. You can also download the original file. So perhaps if you are on another computer and you need the original file, you can easily download it directly from here. And on top of that, if you are a Canva Pro user, you can also use the background remover, which essentially gives you the ability to remove simple backgrounds from images. Now, on top of that, you can also record yourself, and there's also a upload video option, and so that you can easily upload videos, and you can upload them or even connecting an account such as Google Drive, Dropbox, Facebook, or even the Instagram. And the same is true also for audio files. So you can also add audio files in Canva. Now you might be wondering, okay, this is all good, but how can I download this file? And the answer is really easy. So in this case, as you can see, we have two pages. This is the first one, this is the second one, and in this case you simply have to click on download, and as you're going to see, the very first option once this menu opens up is the file type. So you can select between JPEG, PNG, JPEG, PDF, PDF print, which is a higher quality. PDF standard is really useful, especially if you're looking to send a PDF via email, so that you don't want the person on the receiving end to have a large PDF. That's going to take a lot of time to download, so this is the ideal size. But if you're sending a PDF for print, just go with PDF print to have the higher quality possible. You also have SVG, MP4, video, and even GIF. Now, once you selected the file type that you prefer, you now have the option to choose between all pages. So if I select all pages, both of these pages or any number of the pages that are available here are going to be selected. Or alternatively, you can also just select one and kind of like pick and choose the pages that you want to export in the final document. You can also save the download settings so that Canva is going to remember them for the next time. And once you have all the settings up and running, simply click on download. As you can see, Canva is now downloading this file. So I'm going to have it in a PDF version right here. And on top of that, you also have a shareable link, so that I can simply add the link inside of the web browser, and this works with any web browser, and anyone who has the link is going to be able to see the design project. So this is really useful. And on top of that, I also want to remind you something for when it comes to the upload. This is a trick which I like to use all the time, and that is to simply drag and drop images on top of Canva, and as you can see, the upload section is going to immediately prompt and it's going to upload this in the file. So very easy, everything is drag and drop as you're seeing so far, and it just makes it for a very straightforward and easy experience. So this is it, and I'll see you in the next video. In this video, we're going to learn about text and typography in Canva. So in order to access the text tab, simply click on the very left under text. And as you can see, we're going to have some quick examples of headings and subheadings, which we can literally drag and drop on top of our canvas. Now, the very first thing that you're going to notice whenever you're selected a text element is that this menu over here is going to populate with text-specific fields. So the very first one will allow you to search for fonts. So as you can see here, you can see the recently used fonts. You can also add your brand fonts from a brand kit. You can also find popular fonts from a quite extensive list. And from my understanding, a lot of these are also from the Google free web fonts. So if you search, for example, on the top for Lato, you're going to find them right here. And you can literally just add Lato and load it up in this case. The very next element which you want to consider is the font size. So you can increase it with the plus or minus buttons, or simply click on the number itself. You can easily scroll and search a specific size that you want. You can also change the text color. So similarly to the elements as we explored in the previous video, you can change the color of this font, and you can easily also use the color picker in order to find any font in the document, or simply use this option here, which enables you to find any and use any type of color. For bold, you can simply click on this, and you have the italics. You can also change the alignment by simply clicking on it. As you can see, this is left aligned, this is justified, this is right aligned, this is center. So simply click through and you can select and create the different alignments. You can also use the list or undo the list, and this is going to enable you to change some important elements, especially if we add for example, a paragraph. So let's get rid of these ones for the time being, and let's go back to the spacing. So you can change the letter spacing, so the spacing between one letter and the other, by simply using this option right here. You can also change the line spacing, so the distance between one line and the other. And you can also change the anchor text box if you want it to the bottom or to anywhere in the vertical position. Now, on top of that, we have to remind that we do have some other font options here that you can easily just click and drag and drop on top of the document. So if you want to create some particular effects or add some particular fonts, you can simply have a look at this these font combinations, and you can easily just have some really nice and curated font combinations directly from here. Now, on top of that, we also have the effects. So if you click on the effects panel, you're going to be able to add the things like the shadow. You can easily change all of the values, just the offset, the direction, and even things like the transparency or the blur if you want to give it a more soft effect. You can also change and add all sorts of different effects, as you can see here: splice, echo, glitch, and each and every one of these again have their own presets that you can change in order to create the effect that you desire. And they're really straightforward and easy to use, and you can create some really interesting font combinations with this way. So this is pretty much it when it comes to fonts. I also want to remind you that if you're working, for example, on a project and you wanted to lock one of these layers, especially when working with fonts and all sorts of different elements, simply click on the lock icon, and you're going to be able to add other elements on top and basically work on them without selecting the font by accident. So it's going to be locked by default. So this is it, and I'll see you in the very next video so we can continue this.